On Verici Lapala though, the Finn breaking a drive shaft 2 kilometers over that small jump. No real reason why. The impact should be comfortably absorbed by the suspension, but with no midday service. Finally arrived on this opening day of Rally Sweden, and the changeable conditions have been catching out the very best. Sebastian out completely unawares. The Frenchman aquaplaning off the road, only for an unseen rock to spoil his progress for the second successive rally. Damage to his steering. Here we go. Andreas wasn't expecting that either. Mikkelsen. Oh, but that is another mistake by the local star. Oh! Well, I would hazard a guess that could be the young Frenchman. Too optimistic with the pace note, maybe. Whatever way you look at it, that was a bruising moment for body and mind alike. Oh, and that's another error for Mikkelsen. And could that be that in his efforts to get back in the fight for third?
Oh, Leah's got some liquid coming out of hers, and she is on fire. Both of them, as a matter of fact, kind of light up down there at the finish line. Dave Conley goes 3.791, only 209. Gary Densham goes 4.05, and he doesn't have a parachute out. Gary Densham is going hot into the sand. Oh, and into the catch net at the top end of the racetrack. Jim Campbell blows up about 300 feet. The first round, let's see what happens here. Oh, hang on, Vincent. Oh, he gets over and smacks the wall. Paddled and squared the tires, went sideways across it. Pancake.
C'est aussi la différence de thermique, c'est que là, avec ces petits boucliers, oh, il y a un tête à queue.
Tête à queue de Christophe Ferrier. Et du coup, Franck Ledors part en tête à queue lui aussi. Et derrière, Nathaniel Berton, on profite énormément pour les...
Et là, vous voyez, c'est le beau balai des deux concurrents qui partent en tête à queue. D'abord, Christophe Ferrier et Franck qui est quasiment...
Voir. Large.
Il est trop large. Et voilà.
Ouf. Oh. Et ça...
Maintenant, par Topi et Keenan qui est en train de remonter, vous voyez... L'attaque d'Olivier Panis, la toute petite touche.
Franck, quel dommage.
La moto à la limite de la chute. Il met son pied, vous avez vu, c'est comme
la chute de Vivien Gonnet. Attention. Et une voiture va peut-être faire la belle opération. On regarde ce qui s'est passé.
Tête à queue, un petit peu trop vite, un peu trop tôt sur l'accélérateur. Et hop, en marche arrière. Et vous avez vu Clémentine Lost l'a vu partir en...
Piquet coming together with Markelov, his teammate, and that was the worst possible scenario for Pedro Piquet because it pretty much ends his hopes of winning the overall series and chasing down Lando Norris. Piquet out, Markelov blamed, given a drive-through just before this incident with DePero of Argentina and Theo Bean. DePero leaving Bean little room to stay on track, and that sure they made it home was important. Sadly not making it at all, Patak and Beret.
Oh! Down goes one of the bikes in that first corner, and it's not Cooper Webb, I don't believe, but it looks like it might have been his team, and there goes another one of his team.
have been a pretty clean.
Oh, down goes Webb! Right in that very slick and tricky flat right-hand corner. And Webb is going to lose at least 3 spots, and Osborne's going to take a crack at him. And he had lost 9 points. Let's see if he can get back here.
But the thing, Ralph,
Oh, down goes Smith.
Smith hits the back of Webb's bike and goes over the bars.
Oh, that hurt.
I think Smith gets into the back of Cooper Webb right here. Watch as Webb gets on the brakes. No, maybe just makes his own mistake there. That's going to allow Osborne on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna to go.
Trouble already. Through the tri-oval. 78 goes around. The 98, their teammates. It's a big one at Daytona.
4 lines back and did. The 78 definitely moved to the inside. Don't know if he had any help. Maybe it turned him sideways right into his teammate. The 98 of Gus Dean had pushed him back up the racetrack right in front of the pack.
Look at Kevin Thomas Jr. in that 22, gets minimal damage, middle of your screen. This is a kid that had never raced on a facility bigger than a half mile prior to today, and that was a pretty nice save by him.
You can't tell from that angle whether the 78 got a little bit of contact that turned him around down into the inside line where he collected his teammate, Gus Dean. See all these drivers, that you see all that smoke. It's way worse from racetrack level.
I think about Greg Alding, Frank Kimmel, some of those drivers. Brett Hudson would have started right in the middle of the pack, probably been collected, dropped to the rear, and I don't think any of them got any damage.
Boy, it almost looked like there might have been a little bit of contact right there to turn that 78 sideways. If there would have been an opening down to the inside, he probably would have got away with it, but not this early in the race.
On board
no
with
openings.
Gus Dean. That's Cole Powell on the outside.
Look at the rear of that car. Look how close the 83 is. Derek Lancaster. Definitely contact from behind that sent him down across the racetrack.
That's unfortunate because those cars have been fast, not only this weekend, but were really good when we tested here in January. Let's see what it looked like from the view of Sarah Cornett-Ching on board here.
Dylan looked in the 82 to her inside. She just blipped the throttle for just a second, and that quickly she was by the incident. See her waving out the window to the cars behind her.
Sean Core, one of those that just missed getting involved.
Dylan Lupton as well in the 82 car.
And look at all the cars.
Around.
Hard in the wall.
Oh, that was a hard lick.
And that is Brian
like another
Vickers.
Right rear tire went down to me.
My gosh, that was a hard lick. You got to have some sort of
right up ahead, right in the middle.
Bam. Gosh, that was hard hit.
He almost missed the sidewall of the tire hanging out.
There she goes.
There's just nothing you can do in that situation.
Let's ride with Kurt Busch in the 41. This.
Broken there in front of you there. Keep coming. There you go.
Kurt did an awesome job recognizing this.
Holy smoly.
Wow, I did not see that.
Logano and Edwards running right at the front, and McMurray trying to sneak past.
There's Carl
Eric
Edwards on
Almirola.
the side, and they touched, but I think the 13 drove the 2 up into the 19.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like.
I think that the 2 and the 19 started making contact, and the 2 started checking up a little bit, and the 13 had nowhere to go but in the back of them. And like I said, nobody's checking up right now.
Easy, get middle.
You could tell right there that the 2 saw the 19.
He felt like he had a problem because he dropped behind the pack. You see that tire come apart there. Look at that. Wow, around it goes.
Let's go and listen as he goes to turn 3.
You can hear. Got to make sure you give Mark Thompson some room down there. There's some contact. They're not going to. Are they going to survive this?
They are not. We got one on the wall. Second caution of the day. Just didn't work out into turn 1.
See, all these guys want to try to get down as low as they can. The 83 of Lancaster made contact with the 66 of Thompson, and Mark tried his best. A little bit of contact. You see Dylan Lupton. Somehow he's going to avoid that. He was right smack in the middle of that in the 82 car. Wow.
Whoa! No, that's it.
That was all at the back. We may make it to the checkered flag. The wreck is at the tail end.
They're 2 by 2. You're clear by 2.
So it looked like Hamlin put a big block on the 27 car. The 20 gets right in there behind Menard, and then as they got into turn 1, it looked like they just ran out of room between the 20 and the 1. He was already side by side with the 2, and then caught up. So when that little incident happened, when the 11 blocked the 27's run and the 20 was right behind him, it just stalled him out a little bit. And that 1 car, Jamie just starts bump drafting the 5 car, and it starts getting the 5 loose and getting side to side, and eventually it just turns them right into the outside into A.J. Allmendinger shape. And that's the risk that you're going to take, even though you're trying to get that car.